mainly because it's raining. Probably to me it sounds muffled. Walking to work and it's raining. Got my Mr. T hat on and my Q-top to work today under my dungarees. Blasting a bit of that frequency out. But yeah, it's raining, so phone's going to get a little bit wet, but that's okay. I'll have to turn the phone around in a minute just because it's easier for me to walk and talk that way, so I can see where I'm going. Because obviously I have to keep this phone up to it at this angle. But yeah, I hope people got what I was saying yesterday and stuff. But I know a lot of you did. So going dark as I'm going into trees. So I'm gonna flip it around in a minute. Hi RW. Yeah, did you say you were from Hawaii? So it'll be a little bit dark because it is darker in the mornings now. Try and get up here, get under cover a bit at the top. So just because it's raining. Yeah, what I was saying yesterday was like it wasn't a whole piece of me, it was like a little fractal. Because to me we've all been broken into fractals over time with, you know, the lies and deception of history and all and everything. So it's a bit like soul retrieval. Good thing you picked your phone up. Yeah. Just try and get out of the rain. It's raining. My phone will be alright anyway. Yeah, the fractal thing is interesting. Yeah. It's a bit like the film The Lost Crystal one. The crystal had a shard missing, and then when it got given back, you know, everything was good again. Then the skeptics and the mystics united, joined together, blended, and became the light beings that they were. Because at the end of the day, we're all divine. Nobody isn't. You know, everybody is. But it just depends if you make the choice to try to separate yourself from it and take a different path, you know, further and further away from the divine, God, whatever you want to say. And that's where I say again, if you do that, it's not necessarily bad for you and happy. I just don't think your life will sort of flow freely to bring, you know, a more easy life, a more, well, divine life basically. With all the goodness that comes with that. So, you know, it's choice. But everyone can start heading towards the divine again. Like I said, people talk about fallen angels and all that. That's basically to me what that all is. Yeah, I think it's just being aware of it. And like what I was saying on my channel, find things that you love to enjoy. And like I said last night, mine was just the, you know, you can't save everybody. Even though it's not nice to look around at friends and family, you've got to do it for yourself. I just know everything's going to work out. You know, you can do meditations on it and stuff like that, but it's when you come to realise that we're not here to to do the work for others, they're here to do it themselves. Maybe you do yours and it'll follow suit. No, some can't. My sister can. It was after a bit of time. She didn't at first. She wasn't bothered even. Which to me is burying your head in the sand. Because people don't think it affects their lives, but it does without them knowing. But that's what I mean. I wouldn't worry about that because in the end they will see. Because that's what the Great Awakening is, and it's going to be a rude awakening for some. But this is what I say to people: if you're working on self and you're becoming stronger, you'll be strong for them when the time hits. But I do also believe some of them won't find it as difficult as we have, other people before us, because it was more entrenched now. There's more freedom, there's more truth coming, more light coming up, and it's being shone on the dark. And as we know, it's not nice that the truth will set you free. It's not nice, but we've all worked through it. So if we've worked through it, and people before us worked through it, so will they. But that's why there's a lot of healing needed. But as I said, we're all divine. Everybody, even the ones that you call evil, they just took the choice to separate themselves away from, the divine. Yeah, we got really ridiculed. Still do get ridiculed, but it's nowhere near like before. That's what I've noticed, and you can tell. And because censoring seems to be easing up a bit, and it will do, and there's lots coming out, don't worry about it. It's a movie you're watching, it's been done. That's why we don't have to worry or fear when we see things, especially that are coming out on mainstream, because they're just trying to keep everyone in that energetic field of fear, with what they're going to be putting out next to counteract the moves that have been made. But they can't, because once you awaken, everybody sees. It's like the woman they put up in Italy who's just been voted in the populace. People saying, oh, she's this, that and the other. Let's just wait and see, because people will come out, and people for the people will be for the people, and they will be coming out on the arena stage, because that's just what's happening anyway. But people always see everything as bad. But what I was going to say, I can't see the chat properly anyway, was when I'm at work, because obviously that's where I'm going now, because I'm sort of given a job, and then I just do that until I've done it, fixing things and stuff, until I've done it, and then I do another bit, and then another bit. I have a lot of time to be in the ethers, you could say, where I'm not getting bugged off people, so I can project a frequency out, which I like doing. I like playing little games. I also can go into the living, breathing waters, because I see where we are, because we're in the living, breathing waters. We have waters like the waters we know, rivers, seas and stuff like that is quite dense, because obviously we have to wear stuff to breathe in that. But the atmosphere around us, to me, is vapour. It's a water, but it's not as dense as other waters. It's very fine. That's when you see particles, and I film a lot of orbs, and it's raining now, and I'm a water element, so my element is water and Piscean. Water holds memory. That's why I can't remember if it's Egyptian or Hebrew. I think it's Egyptian on the scriptures, or whatever you call them, whatever they're called. 2 lines stood for water, but it also stood for memory, because water holds memory. So if water holds memory, it's like, to me, all the little particles around us, we've got different, energy, beings, everything is a memory. And it's like a cellular memory, like little cells. So it's like you can pluck out anything there with any information in. And a lot of people know this. Or you can put it back, you can act on it or not act on it. That's what I said with the thing with Michael Jackson the other day, when he said, if I don't do this now, Prince will do it. Prince will make this song. So, I have a lot of that. Like, I always have a lot of ideas, but they're coming from the ether. Some people call it the Akashic Records. Some people call it Halls of Amenti. Where you could have your soul contracts there as well. But to me, it doesn't really matter, because there's lots of different names for lots of different things, and none of them matter. It's just what matters to me. but that's how I see it. So when the orbs come in, they're like little bubbles, you know. People say plasma, but it's like vapour, you know. It's like translucent like water, because they look like water, sort of. But that's how I see it in my world. I remember that experiment you did with taking was that the ice or rice? Yeah, because I did Dr. Emoto. And Dr. Emoto is the water. If people go and learn about Dr. Emoto, it's so brilliant. And that shows you how your thoughts change things. But you can do it with rice. I did it with rice. I did it twice on YouTube. Rice experiment. I think Paul Boyes was doing it. He's been doing it. But I did it a few years ago. I should do it again with Finn, really. And you see what happens. You can have one with nothing on it, one with like all badness on it, and one with all love, you know. So you're putting thought on it only for a few minutes or 60 seconds a day, and you'll watch what happens to the rice. And in my experiment, the one that you put all hate on, and you can say anything to it, so it's a good way of getting stuff out, it will start going off quicker than the one with love on it, and the one with love didn't really change. So that proves a point. That's an experiment that proves a point, like Dr. Emoto did, that your thoughts cause things. So like I said, if you're always up in negative energy, you're calling, hang on a minute, better cross this road, you're calling yourself, your cells in your body, names, you know. You're not being very loving to yourself, you're not being loving to other people. This is why I said what you put out is what you get back. Expect your body to have illnesses and not to be feeling quite right. So I'd say to anyone, if you haven't done the higher, Patricia, if you haven't done the rice experiment, the people who, you know about it but want to try it, or maybe don't get all this stuff, do it. Just put rice experiment on YouTube, Dr. Emoto. Go and learn about Dr. Emoto as well. So you can program your water that you're drinking and all sorts of things, but a lot of us know this, but some people don't. That's why we share. But that is a really good experiment to do, to actually show it's proven, you know. That's why I'm always saying, be careful what you speak and do. Be careful what you put out, because it comes back. Especially what you're telling yourself. Especially what story you're telling to yourself. Oh, did you show the experiment to your son who's 13? No, that's lovely. Did he do it as well? It's great for kids. And it's great if you're feeling a bit like you want to shout at something and vent some anger out. Just do it to a jar of rice. But the thing is, you have to have the same amount of rice in each tub. You have to have them in a tub so you can see it. But like I said, if you put it in, it's all over YouTube. Like I said, I've done them twice, so I know it works. But I knew that anyway. You know, thoughts, you've got to be careful. No, you just showed him your pattern change. Yeah, so, you know, it's all good. So when I get to work in a few minutes, things will be popping into my head, and it'll be like, yeah, I might do that, I might just focus on that one thing, because I have that much going on, and I can pull in quite a lot of things. Even when I'm doing a thing can come in. I've just got to learn to hone that down, and I've always had like, not a problem with it, because I think it's beautiful, and I could write things down and just keep them for another time when I've mastered one thing. But Pisceans are a bit like that anyway. But yeah, because it's for everybody anyway, and that's why you'll find, if you ever think of something, I always say to my fellow, goes, oh, I thought of this. I went, yeah, Google it, bet someone else is doing it, but they may be doing it slightly different, or slightly different colour, or maybe it's a bit similar, because it's all there in the ethers. A bit like David Icke would say, you know, everything, I can't even remember what he says now, what he quotes, you know, it's just gone right out of my head, you know, because everything's right here. That's not what he quotes, but everything's right here all around us all the time. Everything that ever will be and was, or whatever he says, that's like, it's all there. The information's stored. It's like they say about the library, the great library, whatever library you want to call it. It's all stored information, stored your stories, your life, your soul. People say contracts, whatever, because they're all the same. It's just different wording. They're all there. You know? So true. Yeah. So, you know, you can pluck one of them out, use it, or you can observe it and think, yeah, but you don't do anything about it. It's up to you. But I know there's about 3 things I've been doing, and one of them, I mean, this is all to do with my art and stuff, and healing as well. I think I'm going to bundle it all into one, and I'm going to be experimenting, I think, over the autumn and winter time, because it's a time to retreat anyway, and I just love that coziness of autumn, winter, and I'm going to get experimenting, practicing a bit more, and then I can bring it out in the new year, you know, in spring and in summer, because that's when it can be put out, you know, with more energy behind it and vitality, because it's really rest time now. But in that rest I found a lot as well, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm nearly at work. I'm a bit early today, got out of the house early, so I'll be able to get a coffee when I get in. And I even have to have a pen and paper near where I work, because things come in and write them down, otherwise I'll forget, because that's how it works. It's like your dreams. If you don't write them down, you might forget, or you might forget a little detail that you're like, oh yeah, this would be really good, blah 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 blah, and then you forget. So there was bits of cardboard. I need to get myself a little notebook, writing little bits down. You know, that's just helping me, because I get a lot of things coming in from spirit, whatever the ethers, whatever you want to say, doesn't bother me, and it's for me. And it might be something to add on to my artwork or something, because that all holds a frequency. So read what it says. So yeah, it's all good, you know, and that brings me a lot of joy as well. So yeah, and last night I just couldn't stop smiling. Just that energy, like I said, you can feel those little changes, because it can be overwhelming if they're quite quick and sudden, you know what I mean? That's why I said this whole show, this show that's on at the minute, the movie that we're watching, me and Roald Dahl, this is why it's been done the way it's done. It has to be done that way, so people get it and they don't get totally shocked where, you know, they do want to run and hide away, even though it feels like that, if you get what I'm saying. It's been done the way it needs to do. You could say, so there's less collateral damage. I know that sounds awful, but we are in a war, so unconsciousness. I might try the bath healing. Yeah, I'm going to go now. Yeah, try it. When you have a bath, fill it up, do what you do, put bubble bath in, whatever you do, it doesn't matter what you do. If you have crystals, candles, whatever you do, it's your choice. And then have a bath and everything like you normally do, but before you're going to pull it out, just wash yourself with your soap. Imagine the soap is magical cleansing soap. It's cleansing all the negativity off you from the day, the week. Also say unseen and seen and unseen energy, known and unknown, because some you don't know. And then imagine it going down as the bath goes down. It's all coming off you, and it's going down as the bath goes down. Visualise it, close your eyes, visualise it, feel you becoming brighter and lighter until it goes down the plug hole, and know it's done. And then get up and start your day. So if you do that, let me know how it felt. And I will see you soon, because I'm at work now, so I'll be clocking in the ethers. See you later.